Good morning, Knicks Nation and Knicks family. Glad to see you today. Hope you're enjoying your weekend as we are now in the last day of the weekend. I hope you're enjoying it, your family's safe and healthy, and that the needs of your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, and health are being met today. So we are going to be discussing briefly because, and what's good, Guilford McCormick, Miss Lumley, my brother Cherokee, Malik, Sabat, my brother Shifty Lee, what's up to y'all? We're going to be talking about briefly the Knicks situation as it stands right now. August now is the deadest month of the NBA year, the deadest month of the NBA year. At this point, free agency is pretty much done, although there's a couple more things outstanding, obviously. At this point, the draft is obviously done. The season is obviously done. The summer league is done. All of that is done. So it's pretty much dead. Now, with the Knicks, there's more moves to make. And why do I say that? Because the Knicks have 13 players under contract. You need 15 players for a full roster. So they have two more contracts to make room for. They actually don't have room unless they create a couple. They need a little bit more money to be able to have one minimum contract and one rookie exception. They can do that. So they need a little bit, not much. They have 3.2 million. They 2.4 would go to a minimum contract. So that would leave about 900,000. So they need another about 300,000, which means a trade may come where the Knicks send out more money than they bring in. Some people, I said that multiple times, but some people still don't get that. The Knicks will send out more money than they bring in, and that would create more space for the second contract. Okay, it doesn't have to be a lot more. So if they traded Pacome Dadier's $2.9 million contract and brought in a $2.2 million contract, they would gain $700,000 on their space. Okay, so they would gain 700. So that would mean they would be closer to 4 million in total under second apron, which means that would allow them to then get a minimum contract as well as a exception on the rookie, which is like 1.3. So they would have enough room to do that. It's really coming down to dollars and cents and pennies right now. But what most people in really worrying about this is really and misleading is missing in this is with respect to the 10-man rotation that the Knicks will have. They are all done. They are all under contract and they are all getting ready. Okay, so we're talking about a third string center, a possible 15th player that we don't know what position that would be. I'm pretty sure it won't be a point guard unless they trade Kolek, which I'm hoping they don't do. I'm hoping they don't trade Kolek. So if they don't trade Kolek and they move Dadier and they bring in a third string center in that scenario, they still have two more spaces to fill, which they would be able to do in that scenario. So that's what we're talking about with respect to that. So, but the 10 players, the starting 5 and 5 more, they already have. And this is the interesting thing about the Knicks. They have multiple players that can play multiple positions. And that's real important. As we saw last year, that creates opportunities for multiple combinations that other teams simply cannot game plan for. The Knicks have too many available combinations. For example, point guard. Okay, so you got Jalen Brunson as your starting point guard. You can have Jose Alvarado backing him up. You could have Tyler Kolek backing him up. You can also have Deuce McBride. Because even though everybody likes to say Deuce is not a point guard, he is capable of playing that position. So you have 4 guys that can play the point guard spot. Shooting guard. You're starting as shooting guard with the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner is starting as shooting guard, okay? But you still have, you can play Deuce at that backup position, Shaman. You still have Hart that can play backup shooting guard position. Okay, you still have Jordan Clarkson that can play. So you have with just the 2 positions, point and shooting. You have 4 different players each that can legitimately play those positions. Okay. Then you have the small forward spot. Okay. Now McCall, the road runner, can play small forward. Hart can play small forward. OG can play small forward. Shamet has played small forward. So you have, again, 4 players that can play the same position. That creates unlimited amount of opportunities for combinations. The center position. Right now we have Karl Anthony Towns, obviously, and we have Andre Drummond. So you get a third guy, and you got 3. That's why we want another third string center to take the place of Hoop Porty and Mitch Rob, because now you will have 3 guys available to play that position. Now you won't need, hopefully, as many minutes from the backup of those guys. You want most of those minutes to go to Cat, but you don't want to overwork Cat, right? So you want to be able to have him healthy. So you're talking about probably a maximum of 20 minutes between the next 2 guys. So you got 3 guys can play the center. Then at the 4 spot, OG's the 4. Hart has played the 4. Diawara plays the 4. Matter of fact, Diawara can play the 4, the 3, or the 2. Okay? Diawara can play the 4, the 3, or the 2. Okay? So you got 3 guys that can play the 4. Okay, the 4 spot. So now you have multiple guys in your 10-man rotation that can play multiple positions and then guard multiple positions. So at the point guard, okay, so you just assume Brunson can guard another point guard. Probably that's it. Maybe a 2, but he really point guard, right? Kolek can guard another point guard. Alvarado can guard. Alvarado was guarding freaking Wemby in the finals. As crazy as that is. But you're going to say, okay, Alvarado can guard a point guard. Deuce can guard 3 positions. He can guard the point guard, he can guard the 2 guard, and he can guard the small forward. He can do that legitimately. Okay. Then at the 2 guard spot, you got Mikal Bridges can guard the point guard, the 2 guard, the 3 guard, and the power forward. Legitimately. Hart can guard all of those also. Deuce can guard everybody with probably a power forward. So you got at least 3 guys that can guard 3 positions. Then at your small forward spot, you got Shamet. You got the road runner. You got Shamet. You got Hart. Each of those guys guards at least 3 positions. Each of them. We already said the road runner can guard 4 positions. Shamet can guard 4 positions. Hart can guard 4 positions. That's your small forward. At your center spot, Karl Anthony Towns has improved so much on defense in this championship run that you now have him being able to guard your 5s and your 4s. Period. He can probably step out a little bit on the 3, but he'll get beat off the dribble. I think we agree with that. But he can legitimately guard any 4, any 5. Okay. Then you got Andre Drummond that can guard any 4, any 5. And don't go get Diabate. It's a wrap. If they get Diabate, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The Charlotte Hornets better not let the Knicks have that guy. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. They better let the Knicks have anybody else but him. If we get Diabate, it's a wrap. Because that boy can guard 5 positions. Now, he's not an offensive player, but daggone it, he's a defensive dog, and he can guard 5 positions, and he gets boards. See what I'm saying? So that's that. Then, of course, at the 4 spot, OG can guard 5 positions. Hart guards 4 positions. Diawara can guard 5 positions, okay, at the 4. So look, you got Diawara, he's the worst one. He can guard 5 positions. Hart can guard 4. OG can guard all 5. This is the Knicks rotation, yo. Okay? This is the Knicks rotation. Understand. It's going to be difficult for the NBA. How do you game plan for all of that? And then you add on top of that, there is no team that can guard Cat. Tell me now. There is no team that has a player that can effectively guard Karl Anthony Towns. None. He will kill you off the dribble, or he will kill you from the 3, and he's going to hit 85% of his foul shots easy. You see what I'm saying? What you going to do about that? And if you could double him, he's such a Magic Johnson type passer, you can't guard him and Brunson. And don't let Shamet be out there knocking down threes. Don't let Deuce be out there knocking down threes. Don't let OG be out there knocking down threes. Don't let McCall be out there knocking down threes. What? What you gonna do? What can you do? It's pick your poison. And the poison, they got so many bottles. They got more bottles of poison than Grandpa and the Monsters, man. I mean, I'm trying to tell you that forget it. Forget it. So what they got right now, they don't have to worry about it. They don't listen. Just having we're not even talking about without the third string center. We like to have the third string center, but listen, let me tell you something, man. If they put what's his name? What's the young boy's name that they had last year? Oh God, what's his name? Oh God, what is the boy's name that they had? He was. What was that boy's name? They got him for power forward. I'm gonna get it right now. Hold on, I'll tell you. I'm gonna get it right now. What's the boy name? No, they don't have it. They don't have him listed here. Where's that boy at? He's like 27, 28, something like that. What's that boy name, man? Daggone it. Help me out, yo. What's that? Jemison. Thank you, Coach Howard. It was on the tip of my tongue. Jemison. If you put him in there as your third string, be good. And listen, Sochan is gone. Why is Sochan gone? There are going to be a lot of butthurt people making a big deal of the freaking Sochan that we got at the trade deadline. Look, why it don't matter? Why it don't matter? Who is Sochan going to play in front of? Sochan is a power forward that can play center. I'm not saying he no scrub now. What most people gonna miss because they jackasses is they gonna try to act like, well, Sochan must have been a scrub. Why they trade? It's not about that. Sochan's a power forward. Who did the Knicks have at power forward? You're gonna play Sochan in front of Diawara? You're gonna play Sochan in front of Josh Hart? You can play Sochan in front of OG? There's no room. Wait, did you hear what I'm saying? There's no room. There's no room. We got too many studs. You see what I'm saying? There's no room for Sochan. In order for him to have a chance to play, he needs to go to Portland. That's what he needed to do. And get some money. That's what he needed to do. The boy's only 23. He still got a lot of upside. But right now, on this team, the Knicks, see, and this is another thing. All of these jackasses keep talking about the Knicks should have drafted a center. What the hell was a rookie center in the second round going to do to help the Knicks this year? That's my question. What are these assholes, what are they thinking about? What are you talking about? You think you can get a rookie center in the second round that's going to be in the rotation for the Knicks this year? I mean, you kidding me? That's what I'm saying, y'all. I mean, come on. All of them, y'all see, why didn't they? I don't understand their draft strategy. You don't understand what the hell you talking about. That's the truth, man. That's what I'm saying. How you going to talk about drafting the centers? For what? For what? You see, brothers and sisters of Knicks Nation, let me explain this to you. It takes an NBA center, a minimum of 2 seasons to learn how to play the position. The center position in the NBA is one of the 2 toughest positions to learn. Do you disagree with what I just said? The point guard and the center are the 2 most difficult positions to learn. Why? Because the center has to be able to call out defenses, has to be able to really, under Tom Thibodeau, and y'all still breaking on Tibbs, he made you memorize what plays they were doing so you can call them out at the center spot. Mitch Rob learned that from DeAndre Jordan, if you recall. When the Knicks sucked, DeAndre Jordan came and he taught Mitch Rob how to call out defenses. And Mitch Rob learned that. That was Mitch Rob's 3rd year. See, it takes time. You can't say, well, we need a center. We should have drafted one. You ain't going to get no help at the center spot from a damn rookie. You're not going to do it. That's why I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You should have. They're trying to second guess the Knicks, who just won a championship. You trying to second draft their draft strategy? What the hell? That's what I'm saying. What are these conniption fits doing? What are they talking about? You hear what I'm saying? Where the hell are you getting this from? What you think? You're going to draft a guy in the second round, probably from Europe, and he's going to be able to help you now? See, if the Knicks were 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, you might have drafted a guy that was going to help you now. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, was not Hoop Porty drafted 2 or 3 years ago? Talk to me now. Wasn't Hoop Porty drafted like 2 or 3 years ago? This is going to be his third season, right? That's why he was going to get some more time. That's why he went and got a couple hundred, basically, a couple 100,000 more in Philly. Okay. You understand? So I'm like, what the? When I started seeing that, I just ignored it. I said, I can't believe people are so damn stupid that they really thought because the Knicks were going to lose Mitchell Robinson and Hoop Porty, we really needed to draft a center. How do you come to that? I mean, this is not no rebuilding team. This is a championship team. And I think you will agree with me, Knicks Nation. You can't look at a championship team the way you look at a rebuilding team. Right? This is apples and oranges. When Tibbs first came to the Knicks, that was a rebuilding team. That's different. By the time you get to when they're firing Tibbs and they're bringing in the new coach, Mike Brown, that's a championship team. That's a different animal altogether. See, the problem comes when you're trying to take a team that should be rebuilding and trying to make them a championship team. So let me give you an example. The Golden State Warriors. Okay, the core of the Golden State Warriors, and tell me again if I'm wrong now, but the core was Steph Curry, right? Draymond Green, right? And what's the boy? Thompson. That was the core that won their championships. They went and added KD just to ensure it, but they didn't need KD. They beat the season best record without KD. But the core was Thompson, Curry, and Green. Now, that core, yeah, they had bench pieces. Iguodala. What's the other boy name? I forgot. Skinny cat. They had him as a bench piece. They had some important bench pieces, but the core of the team was those three guys. So now, all three of those guys are old. I'm not saying they washed up, but you got to admit, all three of those guys are old. And then Thompson not even there no more. So they went and drafted Brzezinski or whatever Zinski the boy name is. They drafted him. He's pretty good. Kalabinski, what the boy name? They drafted Brzezinski, whatever ski they drafted him, right? So they got him. He's like in his second year now, maybe his third year. They got him. Then they went and tried to get Jimmy Butler. That didn't work out, right? They had Wiseman. That didn't work out. They had Kuminga. That didn't work out. The Zinski boy is good, but you're trying to replace a championship team with rookies and young and second year players. You're trying to go between rebuilding and chip. Brothers and sisters, I never believed in that. Y'all know me. I was like, that's a bad idea. If you're going to rebuild, then rebuild. Don't try to go half-ass and say, I'm going to keep Draymond and Steph and try to win with rookies. That ain't going to work. Y'all seen the results. You're seeing the results, right? That ain't going to work. So Krasinski, whatever, he's nice. He can ball. But you need to rebuild around the boy. Draymond, what the hell you paying him $28 million for what? That ain't going to work. I'm sorry, that ain't going to work. They can go get whoever the hell they got. Who did they get? I don't even know. They got some new players over there. They were trying to get Giannis. Didn't work. He went to Miami. They were trying to get somebody else. No, it ain't going to work. Wasting of time. Wasting time and money. The real headline in Golden State is still Steph Curry, period. And Steph Curry's like 36. Steph Curry's like at least 35. I mean, at least, right? I mean, I'm trying not to exaggerate here. But I'm saying Steph Curry, this boy ain't no spring chicken. He's in great shape, but he ain't no spring chicken now. Steph Curry, 38, damn. Steph Curry, 38, damn. Come on now. Okay, wait. You're going to build a championship team around a 38-year-old dude? And I'm talking to you about the man that I consider the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA, okay? There's some great shooters in the NBA. There's been some great shooters in the NBA, okay? Because the NBA is the toughest league in the world. And if you could get down there on the jump shot, you a bad dude. Stephen Curry, in my opinion, is the greatest jump shooter ever had, and they've had some great ones. They've had some greats. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was a bad man whose career was cut short because he wouldn't put his hand on his heart for the damn flag. But still, the boy was a bad man. Okay, he would dog Jordan out there, just dog him. You understand? Couldn't nobody shoot like him until we got Stephen Curry. Okay, so I'm saying. So, and even Stephen Curry at age 38, what you trying to tell me? You're gonna build a chip around 38? It's like, come on now, LeBron. Everybody got an opinion about LeBron. I like to stick with facts. The boy done won 4 chips. I don't know how many MVPs he done won, but he won that too, and he won them 4 chips. All right, but the boy gonna be 42 years old. What are we kidding ourselves? What the hell? What? No what? Championship? Man, get the hell out of here. I don't give a damn. You talking about broke ass knees and B getting 50 million, and then you're gonna get 42-year-old ass LeBron. You think they're gonna win a chip? What are you, crazy? Oh my God, you gotta be out of your damn mind. That's to show you the Knicks done made the NBA so desperate, man. So desperate. They trying their best to stack up teams against the Knicks. You see what I'm saying? They got Giannis down there with Bam. Neither of them fools can shoot past 8 feet. And they done gave up Hackers and Hero, who can shoot the 3. What are you kidding me? Come on, baby. Stop. That's all I'm saying. Stop. Okay? Detroit done, Malik gambled his way out of the damn league. At least they went and got Duncan Robinson, who could shoot the rock. And then they went and got Isaiah Joe, who could shoot the rock. I heard that. I'm hearing that. I got it. But you done lost damn Tobias Harris. What the hell? What? Detroit gonna be tough because Cade is the dude. I believed in Cade. I've been telling you all till I'm blue in the face. Cade is the man. I ain't gonna lie. But listen, you better build something around him. And you better, I don't know what you're gonna do with the 5 spot. You done lost the heart and soul of your team with B Stu. Are you out your damn mind? You let B Stu go? Ooh. I don't know. Like my old daddy used to say, when he was negative on something, he would go like this, man, I don't know. And I have to say that, I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, Khalil Ware, you gonna lose Khalil Ware, who was your real legitimate 5? All right, you gonna go with Giannis? Now look. Milwaukee, that's a rebuilding team, right? You got Khalil Ware, and all you dumbasses talking about, maybe we can get to it. What the hell are you thinking? You think Milwaukee is that stupid to give you Khalil Ware? What are you, crazy? Oh my God, you got to be out of your damn mind. That's what, somebody suggested the other day that the Knicks trade Tyler Kolek and that Charlotte should give us Brandon Miller. Am I the only one that thinks that dude is on some sort of heavy drug? I mean, really, right? I said, you really not suggesting they're going to trade Brandon Miller, right? You really not, right? It's like, what are these dudes thinking? Like, where are you? Is your brains in your anus? I mean, come on. Give me some. Oh my gosh, man. Oh yeah, let's go get Khalil Ware. And you know what? We'll give him Jemison for it. Oh my God. I'm like, and this is why I try to say to all potential NBA 2K knuckleheads, please look at a trade from both sides. And what do I mean by that? So I'm Milwaukee, okay? I just gave up the greatest player of this generation in my organization. And in return to that, I got Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, and Khalil Ware. Okay? So you're telling me I'm ready to trade Khalil Ware now? Seriously? I mean, seriously. Now, if they're going to get off anybody, it's going to be its reigning men. It's going to be Miles Turner. If you're rebuilding, why do you need a $20 million a year guy? If you're rebuilding, right? What do you need with a $20 million a year guy? Okay, now he might be effective on their team now. I ain't going to say he ain't. But I'm saying if you're trying to get your payroll down and rebuild, you don't need that. You're trying to lose that. So if I'm trying to get off Miles Turner, and there was some knuckleheads, maybe we can get Miles Turner. Oh, I get it. Get its raining men in here for a minimum salary, right? Boy signed $100 million deal, and you think you can just get him for peanuts? You see what I'm saying? If you're the Bucks, what do would you do that? I don't know. There's some dumb owners out there. There are, but they ain't that dumb. You hear what I'm saying? There's some dumb owners out there, but they ain't that dumb. Exactly, Coach Hauser. Yo. Oh gosh, man. So please, when you're thinking of trades, please look at it from both sides. Why would the other team do it? That's what you got to understand that. Why you got to have a legitimate reason. Why the other team, Coach Hauser crazy. You have the legitimate reason why the other team would do it. Okay. So we have said, why would Charlotte trade Diabate? Well, really, they probably wouldn't. But if they were going to, they have Steinbach, they have Kurt Brenner, they have Naz Reid that can all play the five. And then they would like to have, I would think, another depth at point guard. Hence enters Tyler Kolek. Okay. And that makes strategic and financial sense. You understand? They probably wouldn't do that because Diabate, in my opinion, is their best role at center. But if they were going to, they got three other centers. And we're not even talking about Salioun, dude, who's some French croissant that they hardly play. But he was a lottery pick, like pick 6, I think. So they got plenty of upside at the 5 spot. So what would they need to give up a 5? A point guard. Tyler Kolek. Okay. You're not going to get it for draft. You're not going to get it for second round picks alone or for cash. No, you understand. So you got to understand what the other side is getting in your deal. You can't just say, let's go get Khalil Ware and think they're going to just take anything from you for Khalil Ware. Anyway, so yeah. So I was like, I've been seeing some crazy, crazy mess out here. Yeah, he did. But this is the problem Masai Ujiri is going to have. September 1st, he's got to pay Cisse, okay? So he's going to be paying $17 million for Gafford, $17 million for Aldama, $17 million. He's paying $7 million for Derek Lively. That's a lot of freaking money. Then he's got Cisse. So I don't know what he's doing. Somebody got to go. Now, from what I've been reading, and you probably have too, he's been trying to move Gafford, right? But the problem with that is somebody has to have $54 million to pay Gafford. Gafford has a 3-year, $54 million deal, all guaranteed. Now, whoever that president of basketball operations was, I think it was the same guy that traded Luka, is a dumbass. He guaranteed him all cash, all money, $54 million. So whoever accepts Gafford is going to accept that. Now, if you're going to get Gafford in that scenario, what do you want? You want draft capital. You want draft capital, and you want a young player to come with Gafford, somebody you could build with, right? That's what you want. That's what they'd be asking for. Now, how many teams in the NBA are willing to play? So, and not only that, Dallas has Lively as their starter. But Lively has, so far in his young career, shown himself a little injury prone. So they really paid insurance money for Gafford. You hear me? They paid insurance money. That's a lot. That's $54 million of insurance. Just in case Lively gets hurt, you can start Gafford. There's not a lot of teams in the league that can afford to do that or want to. Not a lot of teams. Okay? Right, Miss Edwards, see what I'm saying? So more than likely, Dallas is going to have to eat $54 million. So you ain't moving Gafford. You ain't moving Lively. Aldama, I can see them keeping because he plays the 4 or the 5. He's got a nice corner jumper, and he can play the 4 or the 5. So I get it. So for Cisse, he's really a luxury. You maybe we want to keep, okay, but I'm still keeping an eye out. I think Masai just did that to get our goal. He could keep Cisse. Obviously, September 1st, you could pay him the $1 million or guarantee him the $2 million October 1st. Okay. But I'm not giving up on him yet. I'm just waiting. Just waiting. because somebody, not only that, if you look at Dallas's roster, right? Look at Dallas roster. Look at what they have right now in terms of their signed players. I'm going to look at Spot Rack. And I've been keeping a close tabs on Dallas because I really think that where they go, Dallas got to make a move. Dallas cannot go into the season as they now stand. I'm going to tell you why. Look. You're supposed to have 15 players, right? Dallas has 19 players. They got 3 two-way guys, which means they have 16 players under contract. 16. You only allow 15. And they already signed 3 two-way guys. So they got to have somebody's got to get cut. Now let's look at their roster. Somebody's got to get cut. This Tariq Bebovic, whatever his name is, he could get cut. They're not gonna cut De La Rey because he's a pretty good point guard. I'm saying they just now drafted Mo Johnson Jr. as a lottery pick. So they got 1, 2 centers, young boys. They still got Aldama, they still got Gafford, and they got Cisse. So I am not sure who they got to cut somebody. Okay, they got to waive somebody. You're hearing me? So if you look at Dallas's roster, who is the realistic waive candidate? To me, it's either Cisse or Tariq Biberocek, whatever his name is, the dude that they just signed for $3 million. It's one of them. Okay, it's one of them. You can't keep but 15. So they have to waive somebody. This is not like I'm guessing. I'm only guessing as to who the waivee is going to be, but they got to waive somebody. Y'all seeing what I'm saying? Dallas has to waive somebody. Okay, if they waive a two-way guy, it doesn't affect this. It doesn't. It doesn't affect this. So they got to waive somebody. And we've already, as Ms. Edwards pointed out, they ain't getting rid of Gafford. They just drafted Mo Johnson. Masai Ujiri drafted him. And now you still got Derek Lively. So you got 3 dudes right there. What are you doing? I don't know what they're doing, but I do know they need to waive somebody. Even if they traded somebody, they could trade somebody into cap space, Brian Scant. Who? You understand what I'm saying? Who? They could. You're right. But who? What's up, Dripmore? Who? So somebody's going to have cash space that wants to eat some money. Well, you know what that's going to take, right, Brian? If somebody wants to do that, what are they looking for? What is the team looking for that's going to eat the money? Y'all know. Come on, talk to me now. So X team say, okay, I'll take this off your hands. Right? I'll take it off your hands. What do they want? No, Brian, I asked a question though. I want to answer now. Look, no, they ain't gonna buy out $54 million. What I want to know is what if a team's going to say, okay, Dallas, we'll take this Bivacek, whatever, into our cap space. What are they looking for? What will any team looking for? What will they look for? Okay, since y'all having a trouble answering, they're gonna look for draft capital. That's right. So if they're going to eat your money, they want draft capital in response to that. Okay. Yeah, right. They might want that, right? So, but still, Dallas has to give up draft capital. That's what they're gonna have to give up. So Dallas, right now in 2028, their first round pick is only top 2 protected, which they ain't gonna get. Charlotte gets that. And then in the second round in 2028, they don't have no second round pick. It goes to Milwaukee. In 2029, their second round pick goes to the Clippers. 2028, sorry. 2027 is gone. 2028 is gone. Okay. So then in the first round, they don't have a first round pick in 2027. In 2028, they got one that goes to OKC, but it's top 16 protected. If it's after the 16th pick, it goes to OKC. They can keep it if it goes after the 16th pick. So I want to say this. Thank you for the, what was that? Who was that? Hold on. Thank you, Keith Blocker, for the $5. Yes, Dallas is delayed in the inevitable. They're going to have to try to do something here. I'm not sure what. You understand? They got options. Yeah, y'all figured it out. Yep. They could trade somebody into somebody cash space and give them. But it looks to me, and tell me what I think. Tell me what you think. I'm telling you, Dallas doesn't have a thick cupboard of picks, do they? This is the problem Dallas has. You see, Dallas does not have a full cupboard of picks. They don't. They're not a championship team. They came close when they had Luka. Okay, they can't go. I think it was Dallas that lost to Boston in the finals, if I'm not mistaken. But then they traded Luka. Now they didn't trade away their championship piece. They traded away their championship hopes. They did. They got Kyrie, but Kyrie is not a championship piece without a real championship piece beside him, a la LeBron before he was 40 years old, right? Kyrie had LeBron before he was 40 years old in Cleveland, and that was the championship, right? But Kyrie by himself is not a championship piece. And what? Let me tell you a comparison. Would you say Jalen Brunson by himself is a championship piece? I'm asking. Would you say Jalen Brunson is a championship piece? Yes, of course he is. Of course he is. The boy done won chips everywhere he went now. Literally. High school, college, pros. Boy got chips galore. He got more chips than Frito. You hear what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's a piece. Aside from LeBron, though, Kyrie been to Boston, stacked Boston squad. They didn't want him. Came to the Nets, that ain't work out. Now he's in Dallas. Let me tell you something. He ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're paying $39 million for a beautiful show. Kyrie is one of the greatest finishers I've ever seen. Really. I've seen him hit some shots with dudes draped all over. I said, where was the ball? How did he get it in the hole? Kyrie is rough. And talking about handle, damn. He got handles on top of handles. But he's not a guy you're going to build around for a chip. Jalen is different. Jalen don't have the handles that Kyrie have. Jalen got more of this, though. Jalen got way more of this. You understand? Basketball IQ, what you need. Okay? The ball moves faster through the air than it does in dribble, right? I don't think that's been disproven by anybody. No, as fast as guys have been with the basketball, Kevin Porter, the dude that used to play for Washington, forgot his name, out of Kentucky, fast. There's some fast dudes out there with the ball. They got a guy in Washington right now, fast as blazes. That dude, Jeremiah Fears, fast as, John Wall, Fears. You don't win a championship like that. The ball moves faster through the air. So when JB started using Cat, McCall, Roadrunner, and then, of course, you got the other crew, that's when we start blowing people away, see? That's what I'm saying. So you can dribble, what are you going to play, Curly Neal and the Harlem Globetrotters? Okay, fine. That looks nice. That is entertaining, but you ain't winning no chip in the league like that. You ain't. So I'm looking, who's the guy in terms of that fish liker, the fish woman there that like her fish? Who's the guy? Who's the 1A guy on Dallas? Who's the 1A guy? That Dallas got. They ain't got him. They traded him to the Lakers. He's wearing the Laker uniform right now. That's their 1A guy. See? That's the 1A. That's him. Okay? Forget it. Forget it. Yeah, who is that boy? They got a boy on Washington that is like a blur, man. Maxie's like that too. A blur with the basketball. A freaking blur, man. That's what I'm saying. Carrington. Whoo, he's like a... No, it wasn't him, though. It was another guy, though. Carrington's good, too. I ain't going to front. But I'm just saying, there was a guy that Washington got. I think he was a rookie last year. And this boy is a straight blur with the basketball. I was like, damn, man. He's a point guard. Let me see. Bub is good, though. Bub is good. No, there was another dude, though. Maybe it is Bub. Is it real Riley? It might be Riley we talking about. But it might be either Bub or Riley. I was at the game. And I can't believe how fast that boy gets up the court, man. It's ridiculous, right? And then, of course, on New Orleans, Jeremiah Fears. He's another dangerous young man. Jeremiah Fears, see? Oh, Cooper Flag, right, Miss Edwards. Cooper Flag, right? But Miss Edwards, you know basketball. Is he ready for a chip right now? Is Cooper Flag ready to compete for a championship right now, this year? Is he the dude that can carry them right now? I would say Cooper is probably 2 seasons away from really being a playoff force. What would y'all say? I would say he's about 2 seasons away. Cooper's going to be a bad man, but I'm just saying we're talking about upside. We're talking about future win, right? Future talent. We're not talking about present value. We're talking about future value. Yeah, future value. Yes, I'll give it to you. In the future, Cooper is going to be a dude. You do need some young boys around him, though. You're going to need somebody around him. Kyrie's coming to the end of his thing. Okay. Luka was. That's what I'm saying. And he's now in the Lakers. I think all of us are flabbergasted that fool traded Luka Doncic. I said, what? Are you crazy? You must be out your damn mind. That's like the Red Sox trading Babe Ruth, right? I mean, what? Are you out your mind? You just gave Lakers championship hopes right now. Lakers so confident they let LeBron, 42-year-old behind, walk out the door and say, okay, we got Luka, we good. And you what? They ain't lying. They ain't lying. They ain't lying. Yeah, they doing that, Malik, no doubt. I think I saw that, Brian. I think I did see that. Which is another big factor. Okay. I don't like to worry about another player on a team we just beat. So I can understand teams trying to get some game plan for Cat, some game plan for Brunson. That's what they did when they went and got Asor Thompson, right? They got Asor Thompson. They had Neesmith. The Indiana and Detroit was trying to guard Brunson. That's what that was about. They were trying to shut Brunson down. You get it, okay? But who they gonna get to shut down Cat? I don't know. Diabate, maybe. But I'm just saying. I ain't worried about Wemby. He ain't won nothing yet. They too arrogant to win anything. They ain't learned nothing. They just got beaten a gentleman sweep, and they talking about they were better. What would they say? Better analytically? I don't know. But my understanding, brothers and sisters of Knick Nation, is that chips are won on the hardwood. They ain't won in Las Vegas. I think they won on the hardwood, right? They ain't won on paper. I think you got to win that chip on the hardwood, like in front of people, like on national TV and all that. Yeah, we are the better team. Bumpy knee behind. He got worse knee than Joe Namath, man. I mean, seriously. What? Can he be available? Listen, we had a poll last week. Most of y'all don't think Homeboy gonna play more than 50 games. Some of y'all think he ain't gonna play 40 games. Last year, he played 38 games. Last year. 38 games. Yeah, MB, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all, we did a poll last week. Some of y'all said he ain't playing no 50 games. And you're right, I agree with you. We trying to see, can he get over 40 this year? Can he? Brian asked, center power forward acquisition this summer. I think I gave that multiple times. Could somebody help Brian out? I gave that multiple times, Brian. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times. I did 2, 3 videos on that. So come on now. Yeah, come on now. Come on. 3, come on. One of them's off the table. 2 of them are not. I'll put it that way to you. One of them's off the table. 2 of them are not. No, I mean, I'm talking about you came in late to this. I'm talking about we've been doing this for weeks, bro. This ain't new. Yeah, 1 is off the table, 2 are not. And then I wasn't even counting Musa Cisse. I wasn't even counting him. The Don put one on me right there because I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking about Eve Missy. I was talking about Moussa Diabate, and I'm still talking about Adembona. Those are the 3 dudes I was talking about. Okay. And then all of a sudden, Miche came out of the blue and blew me away. I was like, listen to the Don doing business, not giving up jack crap and getting a player. That's what I'm talking about. See? Yeah, MB told LeBron he's healthy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was on national TV. Paul George and MB was sitting next to each other. And MB said he was healthy. That was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we the better team. 3 years ago. Okay, so, yeah, Brian, don't worry too much about that. Believe me. Don't place too much emphasis about that. The Knicks are ready now. We're going to get a third string guy. And like I said, even if it's Jemison, we still good. Don't worry about that. Some of y'all just need something to worry about. I get it. If you can't have peace, you got to worry about something. Believe me, If Jemison's the third guy, we still good. Okay. This dude Robbins that played in the summer league, he ain't no rookie either, is he? Y'all know who I'm talking about? What's this Robbins in the summer league? Let me see. Yeah, who's this cat, Rob? I think he been around a bit, right? What's the boy name? What's his name? Liam Robbins. Liam, is he Irish? Where he boy? He's from Vanderbilt. But I think the boy's been around a little bit. He ain't no damn rookie either. Let me just see him, man. Leon Robbins, basketball player. I'm gonna get his little history right here. So he was on the Bucks. Okay, he was on the Bucks. Homeboy was on the Bucks. He got drafted 2024, 25. He was in Rip City, Wisconsin Herd. Let me see what the boy been around a bit. He came in 2023, this boy. So he's been around 3 years. Robbins ain't no rookie. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He ain't no rookie. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He's eligible to be the third guy if he comes in camp and busts his tail and earns it. This is the thing I like about this. This is good problems. You know, it's just like my boy Marlo said, them some good problems to have, right? Didn't Marlo say that? Them some good problems to have. So we talking about a third string center, y'all. We talking about a third string dude. Them some good problems. I don't know about Hartenstein now, Ms. Edwards. Now. I don't know about that. Hartenstein is on another level from this dude. Hartenstein not only helped the Knicks get deep into the playoffs, he won a chip in the starting unit on the OKC Thunder. This ain't your boy Liam ain't. No. Let's not get it confused now. I hear you, but no. Don't be dissing Hartenstein for no dude that's trying to hang on for his life as the third stringer. Now, come on now. If he was that good, he'd have been picked up already. See, instead of trying out for the Knicks on Exhibit 10, which he's gonna get. You can get the Exhibit 10. You're gonna try out for the Knicks, and let's see what we can get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I would not be trying to compare him to Hartenstein. But listen, man, if he could be third stringer, we good. We good. Jemison, we good. Y'all, we good. I'm trying to tell y'all, we good, man. We good. I don't know. Oh, I don't know Anthony Davis. I don't know, but Anthony Ambulance. But we getting ready to do some business, y'all. And the Don ain't even finished yet. We still got 2 more contracts and 3 more 2-ways. Okay, so the Don ain't even finished yet. I have a little hope that McCullough comes back some way. I like McCullough. I think a lot of y'all like McCullough. I wouldn't call him Josh Hart. He's a different type of player, but I like him. I like his game. I like the way he moves without the ball. He's got really good potential, even though he's going to be like 25 right now. I still like McCullough. So I hope he gets to hang on as at least a 2-way player. I would like to keep him. If he can get him on a contract, that'd be good. So, and how that would happen is if you traded a guy, you brought back a guy. So now you traded one of your 13 players. You get back a player. You still have 13. And if you get back more money, you still have 2 players to get. So that's how he can come back. No, there's no Beef Stew Avenue, Guilford. Beef Stew is making what? Beef Stew makes really good money. I mean, Beef Stew ain't no poverty case, man. Beef Stew getting paid. I think if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Beef Stew's getting at least 7-8 million a year. I think he's getting more than that though. Let's see. Beef Stew is on Memphis right now, right? Beef Stew on Memphis. If I'm not mistaken, let's look at the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's take a look here. Beef Stew. Whoa, bro. No, there's no way. Beef Stew is a $15 million a year player. We're not going to, no. Yeah. Beef Stew's 15 million. Beef Stew just signed that too. I want to say last year. He's only 25 years old. Beef Stew signed a 4-year, $60 million contract with all $60 million being guaranteed. And so he signed that in 24. So you got 24, 25, 26, 27. I think this is his last year on that deal. It's a team option for 27, 28. So this year he's going to be getting 15 million. And yeah, he's making good money. So Beef stew ain't going nowhere. No, we can't get beef stew. I'd love to get beef stew, but we can't afford him. He's a little bit above what we need right now. Okay. Yeah, beef stew would be good, but he doesn't fit money wise, so we can't worry about him. Don't worry about people we can't afford. And we got enough. Like I said, at power forward, there's OG, there's Josh Hart, there's Muhammad Diawara. You don't have to worry about the power forward. We're in good shape. Okay. You could even play Cat at power forward and have if you get another third string center, you can play Cat and Drummond together if you want to for stretches of a game. So we good. We good. Right. Right. We good, man. We good. Nobody knows when the extension will be done. They're discussing the extension as we speak, Andrew. So we don't know when it'll be finished. He has all the way till next June to finish it. So they're talking. And I am 100% sure they're talking about giving the Knicks a discount. The only question is how much of a discount will Cat give us? That's the only question. Really, that's it. So let's put it this way. Cat is going to make a player option of $61 million at the end of this season going into next season. If Cat decided to take 4 years and $200 million, he would be saving the Knicks money. Do you hear me? So if Cat decided, I'm going to give you a discount. I'm going to take 4 years and $200 million. So now that's $20 million a year. That's assuming the Don say, okay, we'll do that. We're going to start your first year though at 48, and your last year will be 52. You see what I'm saying? So if that's the case, the first year's salary cuts $13 million off the Knicks payroll. $13 million. Yeah. So we good. We good. I think they're negotiating what Cat's discount is going to be. If it was just a simple fact of, as some knuckleheads said, they just give him the max, they would have already did that. They're not doing that. They're negotiating how much of a contract cut he's going to take. And he wants to stay. I believe Cat wants to stay in New York until he retires. So that's going to be reflected in this last contract. Okay. I don't know if Kyle stays. I think there's a strong chance he does. It depends. They're going to have to choose one of the two kids. The other guy is going to be a two-way guy. So one of them is going to stay. One of them is going to probably be a two-way guy unless they get more money somewhere. Unless they get more money. If they can trade Pacome, Daddier, and get a minimum in his, that's another about 700,000-800,000 they get. If they could trade Kolick and get back another minimum deal, that's about a break even. So you really don't make any money unless you're trading somebody into cap space. But they're going to keep the two kids. But you're asking if one of them is going to be on the roster as a regular guy. I don't know. It's possible. But I don't know if they will or not. Because right now, everything's up in the air. They only got 13 guys. We still got 2 more to get. Okay. Cat is in shape. Cat is when Cat came to New York, what made me excited about it was that he is motivated because he's a Knicks fan. He's always been a Knicks fan. And even more important than that, his mama was a Knicks fan. And you know how he feels about his mama. His mama was a Knicks fan. He looked just like his mama. He don't look nothing like his dad. He looked like his mama. And his mama was a Knicks fan. So Cat is motivated. He's going to be in shape. He's going to be ready to play. He's going to be ready to ball. Yeah, he's going to be ready. So, yeah, all that. Okay, all that. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, I don't know if either of the kids are going to be on the regular roster, but either of them can be. Both of them could go to G League 2 ways, or one of them go to a 2-way and one of them come under. There's an exception, a $1.3 million exception that they can sign the kid with. That's possible also. Which will happen, I don't know. These are very nuanced things that I'm looking at the bigger picture. The Knicks got 10 dudes that they can roll out there tomorrow and be ready to compete for a chip, period. Okay? The Knicks got 10 dudes that they can roll out there tomorrow and be ready to compete for a chip. They really got 11 when you think about it. Because you got Drummond, you got Deuce, you got Diawara, you got Shaman, you got Alvarado, you got Clarkson, you got 6. That's 11 dudes you can roll out in any combination that other teams are not going to be ready for, and they can win. They can go for another chip right now. Okay, right now, today. Okay, but let's see what else they get at the end of the bench. That's all. That's all. What up, Harlem Knight 471? Scarp for Prez. Who else did I miss? Andrew Abraham. So I caught Shifty Lee, Coach Hauser, of course. But oh yeah, Gary Coop. And what about the rules, Gary Coop? Why can't he sign a two-way deal? He was drafted in the second round. Why can't he sign a two-way deal? Kyle was drafted. Now you're gonna have me. Now you're gonna have me checking. Okay, I'm gonna look now. I'm not gonna go with rumor. I don't. What's the boy's name? His name is Jack Kyle, right? Jack Kyle. Okay, Kyle. That's him. No. Can Jack Kyle sign a two-way contract with the Knicks? Okay, this is the answer that I got just now from AI. Jack Kyle can technically sign a two-way contract with the New York Knicks, but it is considered unlikely because of international buyout restrictions and salary cap apron rules. Okay, there you go. So it's because of his international deal that would have to be bought out. That's why. Okay, so I guess if that is true, Gary Cooper is partially correct, and if that is true, he would be the candidate for an NBA contract. Okay, let me ask you another question. Can Jack Kyle sign the rookie extension contract with the Knicks? I said the wrong thing. I said extension. Can Jack Kyle sign a rookie exception contract with the Knicks? Okay. So he can sign a standard contract using a second round pick exception with the New York Knicks. Okay, that's it. That's what we want to know. So Kyle is more likely the candidate for a rookie. It's called a rookie second round exception. That's what we're talking about. Okay. So Kyle is the strongest candidate in my view for the rookie second round exception for two reasons. Number one, he has a contract in Europe. And number two, he fits under the second apron. Okay. Whereas the other kid, Nickel, he can go to a two-way deal. Nickel can. Okay. So the Knicks probably will take Kyle if they were going to take him. Or he can send them back to Germany. They can draft and stash him. He can send him back to Germany. He might make more. Is he in Germany? I think he is. He might make more money in Germany this year, but we'll see. He wants to be in the league, so he might take that. Yeah, exactly. So I just read it. Yeah, some of y'all coming late. I just read that. Yeah, so he can get the rookie second round exception contract. He can get a two-way deal, but it would cost more money, and there's some rules involved. It's easier to give him the second round rookie exception deal. Yeah. I don't like to entertain foolishness, Brian Scan, and that's foolishness. Why are we talking about stuff that ain't going to happen? The Knicks are not going to trade Mo Diawara. He's not going to do that. Diabate would be our backup 5. Diawara is going to be a starter eventually. Diawara will take a starter's place in the next 3 years. So you're not trading that. No. Again, you got to think about both sides. So the Knicks got a kid that's 21 that can guard 5 positions and is developing offensively as we speak, right? So why would they trade him? And they're only paying him $2 million a year. They won't trade him. I'm not just high on him. The Knicks showing you they're high on him. Who is the first guy to sign this offseason? Who is the first player the Knicks signed to a contract this season? It was Mo Diawara, right? It was Mo Diawara. So you have to understand the Knicks are very high on him. It's not just me. Don't look at it at me. The Knicks are very high on him. They're not trading him for nobody. If the Knicks were in a position to go get Luka, okay, we might talk then, but they're not. And so that's not going to happen. Okay, so Diawara ain't going nowhere. He's going to stay a Knick. Right. So he's got upside. He's very young. And already, right now, he can guard 5 positions. And he's capable. He's already showing he can hit a 3-point shot. And he's going to get better. Okay, so you're not trading him. The Diabate, no, I would not trade him for Diabate. And I love Diabate. And Diabate's young too. But I'm not trading Diawara for him. I'm not. No. And I don't think it should be a surprise. The Knicks are very high on him, and for very good reasons. You don't just throw people in trades and think somebody's going to do it because it looks like it fits. No, that's not a fit. No, I'm not trading Diawara. Diawara this year, at his young age, is going to be in the rotation. Okay? At his young age, Diawara, and you're talking about a 21-year-old dude that's on a championship team. That's big time, yo. That's big time. He's going to be in the rotation. So, yeah. No. Not him. Not him. Yeah, no. Not doing that. Not doing that. Yeah, McCall always kind of praised freely, but he admitted there was some pressure on him from the knuckleheads in the media and the knuckleheads in Knick Nation, always second guessing him. And let me just explain to you, the second guessing will not stop. You still got a-holes that are going to second guess McCall all the way to the next playoffs. It's going to happen because people just don't have a life and they really don't know how to analyze basketball. And so they're going to show that by trying to second guess how he shoots when he has a slump and when he puts his head in behind on defense, which does happen sometimes. But come playoff time, you're going to be glad. I said that last year, and I'm going to say it again this year. You're going to be glad you have Mikal Bridges come playoff time. So everybody that's complaining about him needs to shut the hell up. And I will continually be saying that this year because they're going to be some anal retenders that's going to make a big deal out of it. Trust, that's going to happen. Okay, that's going to happen. But you're going to want to have Mikal Bridges on your team when it's time for the playoffs, as we did this past year, as we did the previous year. You're going to want to have Mikal Bridges on your team come playoff time. And if you're complaining about him, you're a dumbass, period. Kerry, you have no complaint with him. Never. I was on his side when everybody was talking stupidness. He needs to get a shooting coach. Oh, my God. That fadeaway. Oh, he has to get rid of that. Oh, come on. Sometimes y'all can be very difficult. Very difficult. My gosh. Sometimes. You understand? Nobody should be saying nothing negative about Mikal Bridges. Yeah, you're right, Guilford. I think, including McCall, because we don't want the chip already. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody feeling their oats. Nobody should be second guessing nobody right now. We good. Yeah, McCall can hit the 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Mikal Bridges a definitely high 30s, 3-point shooter, if not 40? I know he's high 30s. Let me just see his stats. If I'm not mistaken, I think he is. Let me just see him. Let me look at the 3-point percentage here. Bridges shoots 37% from 3. That's pretty darn good, I would say, right? He shoots 37%. Josh Hart was 41%. Deuce is 41%. I think those are the team highs, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, Deuce is the best 3-point shooter on the Knicks, followed with Josh Hart tied, then Landry Shamet 39, Kolek at 38, 39, then OG 39, Bridges 37, Brunches 37, Muhammad Diawara 37, Conti. Look, man. So you get a guy in Bridges. That's a 49% from the field, 37% from three, and can guard four positions. That's why we're champions. That's why we champion. Yo, Guilford, you all should know me by now. I really don't pay too much attention to whatever the hell Shaq says. And Draymond Green is a dumbass. I don't play no, don't answer a fool according to his folly because you'll be like him. Don't answer a fool. When somebody says something as dumb as the crap that comes out of Draymond Green's mouth, I ain't got nothing to say. Draymond Green should be praying, lighting candles, thanking the Most High that he got to play with Thompson and Curry. He should be very thankful. If he was on another team, you wouldn't even know who he was. Okay? Exactly, Ruggs, exactly. So, if Draymond Green played for the Washington Wizards, you wouldn't even know who he was, man. No, no, no. He should be thankful that he got to play with the two greatest shooters in the NBA history. He really. You know what I mean? So him running his damn mouth, he on coattails. And he should be more thankful than running his damn mouth. You understand? So, anywho, yeah, there's that. So, I still think Indiana's going to be tough this year. I think Indiana's going to be tough. And even though they are going to be tough, if you recall, it was a close series. It was 6 games, but Indiana really got some very good bounces go their way in the series against the Knicks. And the Knicks were not healthy, but that's no excuse, but they weren't healthy. And so I think this year the Knicks will be able to give Indiana more of a run. And if you recall, last year, Detroit was spanking the Knicks every time we played them, right? Right? Until it came down for the playoffs. It's like saying everybody's better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. Right? So Detroit was spanking the Knicks all during the season last year. They were spanking us until it came time for the playoffs. Did Detroit make it? Detroit got beat in the first round, didn't they? This past year? Am I lying? What? Detroit got beat in the first round, right? Right? Let me just see it. Let me see the schedule. I think. Wait, did they make it past the second round? I don't even know. Did they? I don't think they did. I think they got beat. Let me see. Detroit. They took the. Oh yeah, they got beat. Detroit beat the Magic in the play-in, right? Was it the first round, and then they lost to Cleveland. 3 games. They lost to Cleveland. 1, 2, 3. No, I think they look like they beat Cleveland. I don't know. Detroit. Yeah, they lost in the second round. So they was beating out behind all year, only to lose in the second round. Did they lose? They lost to Cleveland, though, right? If I'm not mistaken, they lost to Cleveland, right? Okay, Miss Lumley, right. So you beat us all year to lose to a fake team in the second round. Because Cleveland is a damn tease, man. They always been a tease. Damn, DM is a tease. He's all world during the season, and damn Harden is even worse. All world during the season, he melt like the snowman in July when it's time for the playoffs, though, right? Am I lying? Harden is all world during the season, all world, and then when it's time for the playoff, homeboy shrivels up and he melts like he's a snowman, and it's July 4th. You know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you lost to them. It's like there's a rap song the dude says, "Who you?" Who you? Oh shoot. No, man. Yeah, Wagner was hurt, and Paolo had the pressure on him, which he was responding, but they needed Franz for that series. You know who could be a trade candidate? I don't want him, but I'm saying Suggs. I was expecting more from Suggs. From his rookie year, from Gonzaga. I was expecting more from Suggs. To me, Suggs has been a disappointment to me. I liked him coming out of Gonzaga. I liked him actually coming out of high school. I saw some of his high school stuff when he was coming to Gonzaga. I thought Suggs was going to be the real deal, but I'm a little disappointed, in his pro performance. I'm a little disappointed. Anthony Black now. Now look here. There's only been a couple of players that Calipari has put into the league that hasn't performed, right? We know about one because we drafted one, right? Um, we drafted one, Kevin. But usually, if you coming out of Calipari's program, you're a pro. You could ball, okay? And Black come out of Calipari's program, okay? You think he was solid go for? I don't know. I'm like, I'm wondering, I don't know. I think he left something to be desired, because I expected him to step up more in the absence of Franz. You could really see that when Wagner went down, that was really curtains for that squad, man. When Wagner went down, I'm looking at Suggs. So Suggs played 27 minutes a game, averaged 14. Suggs shoot 34% from three. 44% from the field. I don't know, man. I was expecting some more from him. I'll tell you, those are decent numbers. This is the league we're talking about, right? But I expected a little bit more from Jalen Suggs. I really did. I expected a little bit, especially when they let go of Anthony. When they let go of Anthony, the boy Anthony, I was like, oh, they really putting all their eggs in the Suggs basket. But yeah. I don't know, Billy Block. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. To me, you got Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner on your team. And you're playing with Wendell Carter. And now you got the roughneck dude, from Memphis. You got a squad around you. You should, I don't know. I expect a little more. So we'll see. Yeah, I think Deuce is probably looking at 432. I agree with you, HRM. I think 432 is a good number for our boy. Who traded Black? Not Orlando. No. Black's part of the future. Black's part of the future, man. Anthony Black, they not trading him. They got a lot of young boys they could trade, but Black ain't one of them. 6'7", 200, 22 years old, 6th pick of the first. No, they're not trading him. They're not trading him. No. They're not trading him. No. And Black got a brother that I understand is nice also. You heard of that? I heard Anthony Black got a brother coming up that's pretty nice as well. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't rank Philly as high as people think. I'm going to put Philly at the 3rd spot. And I'm not ranking Detroit as low as people think. Detroit might come in the 2nd spot. Detroit's rough, man. But we're talking about trying to overcome the champions. I'm not saying Detroit's going to be dropping that badly. I think Detroit's going to be rough. Listen, Cade Cunningham, I'm trying to tell you, unless he gets hurt, he is like right there with Luka. I'm trying to tell you, Cade will make a team be playoff bound just him. Okay? He's a grown-ass man. And plus, Cade's probably like 6'7", probably weigh like 240. Cade bigger than you think. He bigger than you think. I'm saying, I don't know, man. Like, you don't want to mess with him. Cade 6'6", 220, and I think he's bigger than that. They got him listed at 6'6", 220. Cade is a rough dude, man. He's a rough dude. He may be light-skinned, but he ain't weak. I'm trying to tell you. He may be light, but he ain't weak. He's a rough dude, man. They're going to be rough when they got him. He's going to be, they might be the 2nd team in the East. I'm not going to, Philly is going to be good. Jaylen Brown, but Philly is going to hurt themselves. I'm going to tell you right now. You're putting too much stock in Embiid. If you're Philly, he's going to disappoint you. He's going to disappoint you. Okay? He is. Philly going to be disappointed. You putting too much stock in Embiid. He ain't all that. He just ain't. So you really depend on him. Jaylen Brown, they better give him the ball and get the hell out the way. And LeBron, what the hell? LeBron, come on. LeBron is fool's gold, man. He ain't going nowhere. LeBron fool's gold. For real. He ain't doing nothing. I ain't worried about no damn LeBron. So I don't know. I'm not big. And Philly still got the same studs they had before. Edgecombe is a stud. I like Barlow. I like Bona. They then went and got Hooporti. Now they need some real deal. Okay. Maxi's a real deal. They got Anthony Simons coming off their bench, and then there's Brown. They should be focused on these people. They should be focused on these people. Nah, I ain't worried about damn Miami. Who they got that can shoot? Let me see. I mean, the Wiggins boy can shoot, but I wouldn't put him in a elite class of shooter. Would you? I mean, just tell me. Would you? Would you put Andrew Wiggins, in a class of Wiggins? To me, is a slasher. He's not a straight 3-point dude. He's a slasher. He's like McCall without a jump shot. That's what I'm saying. So let me take a look at this Wiggins boy. Plus, I mean, wait, hold on. How did he play last year? I mean, you know what I'm saying? How did he play last year? Let me see. Shooting stat. Where Wiggins at? I can't even see him. Where that boy at? Andrew Wiggins. Here he is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy shot 41% from three, but he only took two a game. Is that right? Nah, he took 5 a game. He took 5 a game. Hey, he's a good shooter. 41%. I'll give him that. He's a slasher too, though. 48% from the field. Him and McCall, very similar. I'm not sure what kind of defense he plays. Y'all know? I'm not sure what kind of defense he plays. But I'm not worried about them. I think when Milwaukee won the championship, they had Lopez, they had Porter. Porter's coming off their bench. They had what else did they have? When Milwaukee won the chip, they had Giannis, right? But they had the spray out dudes. There was Portis. There was Lopez. What's the other boy's name? It was a nice, sweet shooting white dude they had on their team too. Giroux, that's right. All of them could shoot now. Miami, they kind of, who Miami got? Miami now, let me just see, man. Miami got, well, they don't have Hero no more, so I don't know. Let me see. Davion Mitchell, Tim Hardaway Jr. Okay, all right. Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo. I don't know why, but I tell you, I'm honest. I'm not scared of them. They don't bother me. I'm looking at their bench. What they got for a bench? They got Ryan Caldwell. I don't know who the hell that is. Pele Larson. Okay, Bobby Portis, Drew Smith. All right, they all right, but listen, I have to be, I ain't worried about them. You're talking about chip guys, right? I ain't worried about them. They're going to be rough on the boards, and they're going to be rough on defense, Miami, and that's going to put them in the game. See, they're going to be rough on the boards. They're going to be rough on defense. Off night can play some defense. Y'all talk to me about Wiggins. Okay, good. Then, of course, Giannis, the defensive player of the year guy. Then, of course, you got Bam. So they're going to be rough on defense, but I ain't worried about them. Talk to me. Whose bench is deeper, Miami Heat or the New York Knicks? Whose bench is deeper, the Miami Heat or the New York Knicks? We don't even need a poll for this. Whose bench is deeper, Miami Heat or the New York Knicks? Who does Miami have on their bench? Drew Smith, Ryan Conwell, Pele Larson, Bobby Portis. That's their bench. That's their bench, okay? Nikola Jokic, the Knicks bench. Let's talk about the Knicks bench. Who is the Knicks bench? Well, come on, we know that. The Knicks bench right now, and you're talking about depth, you're talking about Andre Drummond, Clarkson, Shamet, McBride, Diawara. That's your bench. That's the Knicks bench. Tyler Kolek, Jordan Clarkson. I don't know. I think I like the Knicks bench way better. Way better, okay? Not only that, the Knicks bench has already won a championship. That's important. The Knicks bench has already won a championship. Yo, I hear you, Ace of Spades. You can't, you're right. You can't discount them, but I'm not worried about them as a major problem for the Knicks. The major problems to me are Indiana, Detroit, maybe Atlanta. Indiana, Detroit, Atlanta. Philly is not a major problem to me. I just don't. They're going to be individual games when Embiid decide he could play, where they're going to give us a run for our money. But when it comes time to the playoffs, Embiid ain't going to be counted on. You're going to have Maxey and Jaylen Brown, and that's going to be rough. And you're going to have VJ Edgecombe. Yep. LeBron, I ain't worried about no damn LeBron. I ain't worried about it. We have 4 players in our starting unit that can guard LeBron James. And that's not including Karl-Anthony Towns, who could probably guard LeBron James. We have Deuce. I don't think he can, even at 42. Shamet can. Shamet could guard him. Diawara could guard him. Shamet, Diawara, Drummond. I'm not worried about that. They got the size to guard his ass. So, yeah, I'm not worried about him. And please, I'm trying to tell you, don't let the Knicks get Musa Diabate or Cisse. If the Knicks get either of them, please, please, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. And that's another thing, Cherokee. LeBron, whether he is trying to be or not trying to be, and I don't know which yet, honestly, he's a distraction. LeBron is a distraction to me. He's a circus in and of himself. He is. Okay. Dallas could, Brian. All I'm asking, I'm not okay. Listen, I want you to understand something. Did I say it was guaranteed? I did. I said it's a possibility, and it is. So the Knicks can still get Cisse. It's possible. What's not possible? The Knicks not getting its reigning man. The Knicks not getting beef stew. That's impossible. Y'all hear me? That's impossible. The Knicks are got get. You want to talk about what else? Khalil Ware ain't coming to New York. Not happening. Okay, 100% no, not happening. Okay, we already explained why Diabate is a possibility. They got 5 centers. Okay, how many guys? I'm just going to see how many guys does does Charlotte actually have on their roster right now? I want to see. Where is it? Southeast, right? Charlotte. How many guys do they have? They're going to have to cut some guys too. Let me see. Charlotte has 20 guys. Damn. Charlotte got 20 guys. That means they got 3 two-way guys, Hall, Boswell, and Ajail. And they got now 18 other players. 18. And they got Kalkbrenner, Diabate, right? They got Steinbach. They got Salah They got Naz Reid. All of those are centers. So they're going to have to, Charlotte got to cut 3 guys. You look at Charlotte, tell me, one of y'all brainiacs, look at Charlotte's roster and tell me they ain't got to cut 3 guys. They got to cut 3 guys. Not two-way guys. They got to cut 3 players. Who are they going to cut? I don't know. But they're going to have to, they got 20 guys signed, 20. So, all right, so you go down the list. Okay, they could waive Grant Williams. They could waive Grant Williams. He's a power forward. He's in an expiring deal. They could waive him and get rid of the money. They could waive Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't know if they want to, but they can. They got Royce O'Neal locked in. They ain't going nowhere with Knuppel. Salah he's 21. He ain't going nowhere. Or maybe he is. I don't know. You got Trey Mann. They could waive. They got some waive candidates. A lot of guys on 1-year deals. But as far as centers, I don't know. Who would they waive? Talk to me, y'all. Who would Charlotte waive from among the 5 centers that they have? We could take Naz Reid off the table. He ain't going nowhere. We could take Steinbach off the table. They just drafted him. So they got 3 other centers. Now, let me see here. You got to waive 3 guys. You got Diabate, Kalkbrenner, Saleh who they just drafted. That's what they got. Of them 3 guys, who they going to waive? I don't know. Really. I'm trying to say Charlotte and Dallas, keep an eye on them. They both got dudes they got to waive. This is not even like a possibility. They must. Dallas has to waive somebody. Now, we don't know who it is, but they have to waive somebody. And I have to say this. Talk to me, Knicks Nation. Is not Cisse a waive possibility? Like, they're not going to waive Gafford. They still got to pay him $54 million. He's got to guarantee money. They're not going to waive Derek Lively. They're not going to do that. Okay. They just drafted Mo Johnson. They're not waiving him. So you got 3 centers you cannot waive. So I have to say that Cisse is a waive possibility. I would give it 50-50. Okay, I mean, I'm being conservative. It's a 50-50 chance Musa Cisse gets waived before September 1st. It's a 50-50 chance. Okay, we're going to find out soon. But I'm trying to say what else they going to do? I don't know. Right. Yeah, Portland got 5 centers too. So look, Portland just sign a guy though? Works. I thought Portland just signed a guy, if I'm not mistaken. They just signed another center. Now he's got basically a training camp invite, but they did bring him in. Who is this guy? Let me see. Portland got Robert Williams III, who's going to be a backup. Donovan Clingan, who's your starter. Yang Hansen, they ain't waiving him. Micah Potter and Brandon Carlson. So they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 guys. That's the center spot. 5 guys. So they're going to also waive somebody, and total they got 17 players. They got 3 two-ways. Well, they don't have to waive anybody. They got 3 two-ways, so they got a total of 14 guys. So they don't have to waive anybody, but they do have 5 centers. So they're not under the pressure that Dallas is under, or that Charlotte is under, where they have to waive somebody. Portland can actually go into the season with the 5 centers. Now, I don't make no sense, but they could, right? I know, Angriel, you're right. Angriel is right. Why match him on your waiver? Because you're a dumb. Well, Machai and Jerry ain't dumb, but you really just want to get to the Knicks. That's it. No, the Knicks cannot trade. That's established. The Knicks cannot trade. That's why we're talking about Cisse as part of 16 players on a roster with all money already signed. So Dallas has to waive somebody. They have to. Now, they're not going to waive Gafford because you're going to pay him his money. Gafford's going to get his money regardless. And if you're Gafford, you signed a 3-year, $54 million contract guaranteed. Let's say you end up collecting after taxes 40% of that. Taxes and fees to your attorneys or whatever, to your agent. So Gafford's going to get, after taxes, $21,600,000. Are you taking any shorts? It ain't like Gafford's like LeBron. Are you taking any shorts? He's got 3 years, and after taxes, he's gonna get almost $22 million guaranteed. This is real life, man. So if I'm Gafford, I'm living on $500,000, maybe $600,000 a year. So in 4 years, I'm going to pay out 2.4, and that means I'm going to save in my investment portfolio $20 million. No, I'm not taking any shorts. I'm not letting you buy me out. I'm not letting you do anything. If you stretch me, you're still paying me $54 million. You can stretch me, but you're still going to pay me $54 million. Okay, I see now. I think Dallas is stuck. They got to pay him. And they'd be stupid to let Derek Lively go, even if he is injury prone. You want him. Okay. And they just drafted another center. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing. Really. I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. But they have to waive somebody. They have to waive somebody. So my candidate is our boy. Oh, shoot. What time is it? What time is it? Oh, I got to get ready to go, y'all. I'm taking my wife to dinner today. I got to get ready to go. Listen, nice hanging out with y'all. Getting ready to take my wife to one of my favorite restaurants. My favorite. She likes it too, but my favorite. And if they stretch Gafford, they still paying him $54 million, Ace. They could stretch him and take him off their salary. But I don't think Dallas is under the gun to save under the second apron. They got plenty. I think they got $20 million under the second apron. So they're not worried about that. But they do have 16 players. They have to waive somebody. I wouldn't waive Gafford, though. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that, Malik. I'm going to enjoy it at the restaurant. They serve some nice Cabernet Sauvignon at this restaurant. I'm going to have that. With some, I'm into some. Lately, I've been into some chicken Parmesan. I had it last week in Phoenix with my mother. I'm going to have it here today. So I'm going to enjoy the chicken parm. They do a pretty good chicken parm at this restaurant. So we going there, okay? My wife is ready. I got to get ready. Y'all, enjoy yourselves today. Please be safe out there. The Knicks going to do something. This ain't done. The Knicks going to do something. I think before September 1st. We'll see. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, though. So